Good afternoon, Year 2. Hope you had a great morning. This afternoon, we're going to have about half an hour time slot to think about our design project that we've just made. So many of you have sent me and Miss McLaren some absolutely fantastic designs. We've had aeroplanes, we've had multi-story buses, we've had cars, we've had tractors, trains, cars that can fly, all sorts of amazing creative designs, and they've all been made in different ways. Some people have been using cardboard, some people have been using paper mache, some people have been using Lego, all sorts of different materials and ways for you to make your design come to life. It's been brilliant to see how so many of you have been thinking a little bit outside of the box and adding little designs and tweaks throughout this whole project. So we've been really impressed with your work. Today is the final session, and today we're going to be evaluating. Now it's really important that once that you've produced your model, that you don't just relax. If you think about all sorts of things in the world, like the iPhone, that is constantly evolving, constantly coming out with new things. Trainers, always there's new trainers coming out with new technology. Computers, always developing, getting faster. So think about that and how you're going to use that when you're evaluating yours. So we need to reflect on our project. Reflect means you need to think about it. You need to think about the positives and also the negatives if you had any. I'm sure it wasn't all plain sailing. I'm sure your mum and dad will say it wasn't plain sailing as well if they helped you a little bit. So make sure, ask them as well. Maybe when they were watching you make it, they might say, well, actually you found this little part hard, or you did this really well. So have a conversation maybe over dinner about your project, and then you can come up with some positives and negatives. You need to read the question, and then you need to answer the questions. There's 4 questions on this sheet. Answer them in full sentences and try and provide as much detail as you want. If you want to use an additional sheet, you can do, and as always, you don't have to print off the sheet we've given you. There is 4 questions that you can easily write down on plain paper. So, number 1, what worked well? What went well in your project? What was the successes? Now lots of you probably will say the final design was a success, and they were. So think about that. Think about the design drawings you were doing at the start. Think about all of the positive things around your design. Number 2, what challenges you face? What was difficult? Maybe a difficult part was making the roof. Maybe it was manufacturing the wheels. Okay? Maybe if you had opening doors, it was hard to produce them. Maybe you found the actual design drawing itself difficult. You found it a little bit tricky using the ruler and things like that. Maybe the research you found hard. You need to think, and it'll all be personal to you. How did you deal with these challenges? Okay? Did you ask for help? Did you change your design? What did you do to overcome these challenges that you were facing? And the final one, which I really like, because this is when we're thinking about how we're going to evolve our design, is what would you change next time? How would you adapt? Now you've looked at your design and you've had it for now maybe a week. What would you do differently? Would you add something else on? Maybe if you have been using Lego, you've already added things on. Think about what you could do. How could you improve it? Okay? So today's lesson is a lot about reflection and then looking forward into the future and planning how you would improve your design. If you need any help with this, please do contact myself or Miss McLaren, and we can point you in the right direction and give you some advice. But lots of it, ask your parents, ask anybody that's helped you, your nanny or your grandparents, or whoever's been around your house, ask them for their advice as well. Maybe ask them what they think, how you can improve your design. Okay? And then after some reflection, fill in the form, take a picture of it, and then please do send it to us. Okay guys, Great work on this design project so far. This is the last session, so I hope you have enjoyed it, and looking forward to seeing your evaluation forms. Good luck, guys. Bye.